Hi, I'm Mark Friedman, and today we're going to work on solving managerial problems using Excel. Please, let's start by downloading this ABC problem or by entering the items into Excel. Then we'll continue. Let's start by entering the titles, activity in cell E12, and cost per unit of activity in cell F12. We have the estimated overhead cost for the year in this range. So what we have to do is that we have to find out how we're going to allocate each of the costs. The first one is depreciation machine A. Let's go to cell E13. The activity that we're going to use will be machine hours A, which is in cell D22. Put in equal and click on the 1,000. The depreciation machine B will be allocated based upon machine hours of B equal, and click on the 2,000. The machine setup cost of 60,000 will be allocated based upon the number of setups equal D24. The engineering cost will be allocated by the number of engineering changes in cell E16 equal, and we click on the 800. And now for those other overhead costs which do not fall into any of those buckets, we're going to allocate those based upon the number of direct labor hours. So in E17, we'll type in equal and select the 20,000. D26. The formula to determine the cost per the unit of activity is the same for all of the items. So let's do it all at one time. Select F13 through F17. The active cell is still F13. Let's put in the formula. The cost per unit activity is equal to the estimated overhead for the year, the 100,000, divided by the activity of 1,000. Now hold down the control key, don't let go, hold down the control key and press the enter key, and notice that it has populated all of the cells. These are all dollars. Let's change these to dollars. And it's $100 per what? It's $100 per machine hour of machine A. The depreciation for machine B will be $250 per hour of machine B. The $750 is per setup. The engineering cost will be $200 per engineering change. And the other overhead will be $7 per direct labor hour. Now let's determine the allocation to each of the jobs. First, let's go up to G2 and type in job 303 and job 304 in H2. The direct materials and the direct labors are independent of the way that we allocate the overhead. So in cell G3, let's put in the formula equal and click on the 5,000 equal D3. And now let's copy that, and we can copy by just dragging down on the right hand corner. Notice we could drag down, and now I could drag across, and there we have the direct material and the direct labor. The other overhead costs are going to be applied on the basis of direct labor hours, and that's going to be $7. So in cell F5, we'll put in the formula equal, and that's going to be equal to the $7, equal F17, hit the enter key. The machine hours of machine A will be used to allocate the depreciation of $100, equal, and click on the $100. The machine hours of machine B will be used to apply the depreciation for machine B, equal, and click on the 250. F14. The number of machine hours will be used to allocate the machine setup costs of 750 equal 750 equal F15. And the engineering changes will be used to allocate the engineering cost of $200 per engineering change equal, and we click on cell F16, the 200, and now we have all the allocated costs. How much will be allocated to job 303? Well, let's first start in cell G5 and determine what the allocation will be if there was 260 hours at $7 equal, select the 260, D5 times the $7 and hit the enter key. 1820. And what will be the formula for job 304? That will be the 520 times the 7 equal, select the 520 times and select the 7 equal E5 times F5. Now we have the two columns. Select G and H5, and I just go to the right hand corner again. This is how I'm copying, and just drag it down. I now have all the costs for the job. What is the total cost? Well, let's put the total in G10 equal sum, open parentheses, select the 5,000, the first item, drag it all the way down to the 4,400, close the parentheses, and hit the enter key. That job is 20,220. To get it to job 304, again, just copy it over. Okay, now we're going to do some formatting. With these two cells selected, I'm going to put one line above and one line underneath. Top and double bottom border. The items in between, I have too many dollar signs. So let's select all of those and let's choose comma, too many decimal places, decrease the decimal places. That looks good. I've left the direct material and the direct labor in bold. Hopefully we'll remember that they will be the same as they were originally, that they do not change based upon the allocation basis. Maybe a little bit more space. Let's change the height of row 11. Just going to bring it down, double the size. That gives us a little space in between. And now we can clearly see the totals for job 303 and 304 if completed using the ABC method. Notice how easy it is with Excel.